What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about what makes someone not a real stacker. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for weekly videos. Got a brand new one over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, as well as a bunch of other pieces of merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today, I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. I'm not usually the one to focus on the negative or anything like that, but over the last few months, or actually, to be honest with you, over the last going on 2 years now, I've gotten my fair share of comments, or I have read replies to somebody else's comment, and there's just something that I wanted to address. I wanted to tackle the whole "you're not a real stacker if ... comments. Things along the lines of "you're not a real stacker if you convert your silver into gold. You're not a real stacker if you stack anything besides constitutional silver. You're not a real stacker if you also gamble with digital fiat, aka cryptocurrency. You're not a real stacker if you stack anything below kilobars." I wanted to address some of these concerns, and at the end of the day, everyone can have their own opinion. I encourage everyone to have their own opinion, and I encourage everyone to be their own person. And before I even get into the issue that I have, I want to talk about and start with the pros. I want to talk about one of my favorite things about the silver stacking community, and that is how welcoming everyone is. Everyone seems to be. And everybody was, in my personal experience, I could speak for myself, not on behalf of anybody else. When I first got started stacking, and I first started making videos, I was flooded with "congratulations, you're on track to success," or "you're doing the right thing, you're young and taking such a good approach at such a young age." All these positive, encouraging comments from everyone, and welcomed with open arms. I was told, "Welcome, here are some websites, here are some resources, here are some of my favorite precious metal online dealers, online storefronts," and a lot of people have actually sent a coin or two to my P.O. box as a way to kickstart the stack, if you will. And I'm grateful, thankful, and appreciative for that. And I've not just seen it from my own personal experience, but I've seen it on other silver stacking YouTube channels in their comment sections. I've seen people comment on my video saying, "Hey, I just started stacking this week," and then there's a bunch of replies to that person's comment saying, "Congratulations, way to go, this is fantastic, good for you," etc., etc., etc. So, my number one favorite thing about the precious metal community is how welcoming, encouraging, and motivated to educate everyone seems to be. However, there's no such thing as perfection, and when it comes to a lot of different industries or fields or communities, there's a lot of both pros and cons. But when it comes to the silver stacking community, there's really only one con that I can say that I have noticed or experienced, and that is the mindset where a lot of people, obviously not everyone, in fact, most people probably not, but there is a significant portion of people who are stuck thinking inside the box. They are unable to escape their way of thinking. They're very, very stuck or stagnant or complacent with what they believe is the truth, and are unwilling to accept that other people might have an idea that is potentially better than theirs, or maybe not necessarily better, but also okay. For example, the most recent comment that I received from somebody is that you're not a real stacker if you don't stack silver kilo bars, and they are more than welcome to have that opinion. I would never in a million years want to take away somebody's ability to say what they want, so long as it's not a call to action or misinformation. But that right there is an opinion, and they're stating it as though it's a fact. And there's plenty of comments, as I've listed earlier in the video. You're not a real stacker if you stack anything that isn't constitutional silver. You're not a real stacker if you also gamble with maybe cryptocurrencies or whatever. I don't believe that that is the case, and I'm willing to bet that 95% of the people who watch this video will agree with me on this. It just makes me wonder, whatever happened to being your own person and making your own decisions? Last time I checked, there's no rule book that everybody needs to follow in order to be a quote-unquote real stacker. And it kind of boggles my mind that there are people who are not necessarily harassing people in the comments section. I know for a fact that they wouldn't do that in real life if they saw someone at a coin shop or something, or a coin show. But I see a lot of condescending remarks, never really toward me, but more so towards the people who comment on my videos. There seems to be, 2 or 3 people who click on videos just looking for something to be combative with, and I don't understand why that is. I don't understand why there is a significant amount of people within the community who are so negative and anti-decisions, anti-people making their own decisions. There's a lot of people out there who want me and you to live our lives exactly how they are. And I don't know about you guys, but I would never in a million years want to be the type of person to try to force somebody to think the way that I think, or act the way that I act, or do things the way that I do things, or stack the way I stack. It doesn't make sense to me, and truth be told, I really didn't want to make this video. I don't really like to focus on the negatives, which is why I wanted to start the video off with one of my favorite things about the silver stacking community. And you know what? That's how I'm going to end today's video, by redirecting the attention back to the positives. So I would like, and I encourage everyone to head on down to the comments and let me know, what is your favorite thing about the silver stacking community? We're not a very large group. It might seem that way. If you click on one of my videos, 9 times out of 10 it gets in between, 200 and 2,000 views. 200 to 2,000 people all flocking to one specific video. The comments sometimes get 50 plus comments. It might seem like a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of things, a couple hundred people is nothing. This is a very small community. So I'm interested in hearing what everybody thinks. What's everyone's favorite thing about the silver stacking community? When you were brand new, were you welcomed with open arms? Were you offered information and education and advice and help? Were your questions answered when you were new or when you were confused? Let's focus the attention on the positives. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe for new videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Got a bunch of videos over there, all things money, not just about silver. It's not just about gold. Sometimes we talk about industries where a lot of cash is being made, and sometimes we even talk about some sports betting. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, as well as a bunch of other gear, t-shirts and hoodies, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And once again, I want everybody to head on down to the comments and let me know, what's your opinion on being able to make your own choices and being your own person, especially when it comes to stacking? And what's your favorite thing about the precious metal community? I guess more specifically, the online YouTube stacking community. Were you welcomed with open arms? Were you offered advice and information and resources? Were your questions answered? Let me know in the comments section down below what your favorite thing about the precious metal community is right here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.